My younger sister Adanna smiled at me across the table at my own wedding anniversary dinner. Her hand was on my husband's thigh under the table. I saw it in the reflection of the window behind them. That was when I knew my marriage was already over. My name is Nkiruka. I'm 37 years old. This story started 4 years ago, but the betrayal had been happening for much longer than that. I married Chuka when I was 28. We met at a tech conference in Calabar. He was a software developer, I was a product manager. We dated for 2 years before he proposed. The wedding was beautiful. Small, intimate. Just family and close friends. My sister Adanna was my maid of honor. She was 24 then, fresh out of university, unemployed and living with our parents in Owerri. She gave a touching speech at my wedding about how I had always been her role model, how she hoped to find love like mine someday. I believed every word. Chuka and I settled in Abuja. We both worked in tech companies. Our combined income was good. We bought a house in Lugby after 3 years. Life was stable. Not perfect, but good. Adanna struggled after graduation. She couldn't find work. She would call me crying every week. Sister Nkiruka, I've sent 100 applications. Nobody is calling me back. I felt sorry for her. I talked to Chuka. Can Adanna come stay with us for a few months? Just until she finds her feet. She can help around the house while she's job hunting. Chuka hesitated. Are you sure? You know what they say about family living together. She's my baby sister. She needs help. It's just temporary. He agreed. That was my first mistake. Adanna moved in 7 months after our wedding. She was grateful at first. She cooked, cleaned, did laundry. I want to earn my keep, she said. She would wait up for Chuka and me to come home from work with dinner ready. She was helpful, sweet, respectful. I helped her update her CV. I connected her with recruiters. I paid for online courses to improve her skills. I wanted her to succeed. 3 months after she moved in, Adanna got a job at a digital marketing agency. Not great pay, but it was a start. I was so proud of her. I threw her a small celebration. Chuka bought her a laptop as a congratulatory gift. You guys are too much, she said, hugging us both. I don't know what I'd do without you. That's what family is for, I said. She didn't move out after getting the job. Just let me save up first, she said. Rent in Abuja is crazy. Give me 6 months. 6 months became 8. 8 months became 11. I didn't mind at first. It was nice having her around. The house felt livelier with 3 people. But small things started changing. Adanna began dressing differently. More makeup. Tighter clothes. She would spend an hour getting ready even when she wasn't going anywhere. She started working out. Her body changed. She became curvier, more confident. She would tell me stories about guys hitting on her at work, at the gym, on the street. Around that time, Chuka started coming home later. He would say he was working on a new project, debugging code, attending late meetings. Tech work is demanding, so I believed him. He became distant. Less affectionate. We used to talk for hours every night. Now he would come to bed, say he was tired, and turn away from me. Our intimacy dropped from 3 times a week to once, then to barely once a month. I thought it was stress. I thought it was work. I thought it would pass. Adanna, meanwhile, became Chuka's biggest cheerleader. Brother Chuka works so hard, she would say. Sister, you're lucky to have a man who's so dedicated. When Chuka came home late, Adanna would have food waiting for him. She would sit with him while he ate. They'd talk. Laugh. I'd hear them sometimes from the bedroom, their voices low and comfortable. I told myself I was being paranoid. She's your sister. He's your husband. Stop imagining things. Our second wedding anniversary was coming up. I wanted to do something special. Reconnect with Chuka. Remind him why we fell in love. I booked a table at Solantro, an upscale restaurant in Wazi 2. I bought a new dress. I told Chuka 2 weeks in advance so he could clear his schedule. The week before our anniversary, Chuka surprised me. Let's invite Adanna to the dinner. She has been so helpful around the house. It would be nice to include her. I thought it was sweet. Thoughtful even. Sure. The more the merrier. Adanna was excited when I told her. Really? Your anniversary dinner? Are you sure? Of course. Your family. Plus, you live with us. It makes sense. She went shopping for a new dress. She got her hair done. She was more excited about my anniversary than I was. The night of our anniversary, we all got ready together. Adanna wore a stunning dress that hugged her curves. I wore a simple dress. We looked beautiful. At the restaurant, they seated us at a table for 3. I sat on one side. Nkiruka and Adanna sat across from me, side by side. The waiter brought menus. We ordered drinks. The conversation flowed easily at first. We talked about work, about funny things that happened during the week, about plans for the upcoming holiday. But something felt off. I couldn't quite place it. Nkiruka kept looking at Adanna when he talked. Not at me. At her. And she would smile back in a way that made my stomach twist. I excused myself to use the bathroom. I needed a moment to breathe. To tell myself I was overthinking. In the bathroom, I looked at myself in the mirror. You are being paranoid, I whispered. Stop it. When I came back to the table, I sat down and reached for my water. That was when I saw it. The restaurant had floor-to-ceiling windows behind Nkiruka and Adanna. And in the reflection of that dark glass, I could see everything. Adanna's hand was under the table. Not on her own lap. On Nkiruka's thigh. High up. Intimate. Possessive. And Nkiruka wasn't moving away. He was letting her. My hand froze. I couldn't breathe. I stared at the reflection, hoping I was seeing it wrong. Hoping it was a trick of the light. But then Adanna's fingers moved. She squeezed. And Nkiruka smiled. Not at me. At his plate. A small, secret smile. Sister Nkiruka, are you okay? Adanna asked, her hand immediately moving back to her own lap. You look pale. I looked directly at her. At her innocent face. At her concerned expression. I'm fine, I said quietly. Just a headache. Should we go home? Nkiruka asked, but his voice had no real concern in it. No. Let's finish dinner. It's our anniversary, after all. The rest of the meal was torture. I watched them in the window's reflection. Every secret glance. Every hidden smile. Every moment their legs pressed together under the table. They thought they were being careful. They thought I couldn't see. But I saw everything. When we got home that night, I pretended to go to bed early. My headache is getting worse, I said. Nkiruka said he would stay up to finish some work. Adanna said she would watch a movie in the living room. I lay in bed in the dark, my bedroom door cracked open just enough to hear them. At first, it was quiet. Then I heard Nkiruka's voice, low. That was close. I think she saw something. No, she didn't. She would have said something. That was Adanna. We need to be more careful. I know. But it's getting harder. I hate pretending. I hate watching you pretend to love her when we both know. Shh. Not here. Not tonight. Silence. Then the sound of movement. Footsteps going toward Adanna's room. The door closing softly. I didn't sleep that night. I lay there staring at the ceiling, replaying everything. Her hand on his thigh. The secret smiles. The whispered conversation. The next morning, I acted normal. I made breakfast. I smiled. I kissed Nkiruka goodbye when he left for work. The moment he was gone, I went through his phone. He had left it charging in the bedroom. I knew his password. He had never changed it. The messages were all there. Months and months of them. Last night was perfect. Sitting next to you at dinner while she had no idea. I love you. We just need to wait a little longer. When are you going to tell her about us? Soon. I promise. I just need to find the right time. They had been sleeping together for 18 months. In my house. In my bed when I traveled for work. In her room while I slept in mine. My anniversary dinner wasn't about celebrating our marriage. It was about them being together in public. About the thrill of touching each other right in front of me. About me being the fool who invited my husband's mistress to my own anniversary celebration. I confronted them that evening. Both of them. Together. I know everything. Adanna's face went pale. Nkiruka couldn't look at me. The anniversary dinner. Your hand on his thigh. I saw it in the window reflection. Sister, I can explain. Don't call me sister. A sister doesn't do this. I didn't mean for it to happen, Adanna said, crying. We fell in love. At my anniversary dinner. That was where you decided to touch him. In front of me. Chuka finally spoke. Nkiruka, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. But you did. And I looked at Adanna, you smiled at me across the table while your hand was on my husband's lap. You sat there enjoying my pain. I want a divorce, Chuka said. Of course you do. I moved out that week. I filed for divorce. I took nothing but my dignity. The divorce took 7 months. Chuka married Adanna 2 months after it was finalized. But here's the thing about relationships built on betrayal, they don't last. I heard through mutual friends that Chuka started cheating on Adanna within a year of their marriage. He was sleeping with a colleague. When Adanna found out, she was devastated. How could you do this to me? She cried to him. He apparently laughed. The same way I did it to your sister. Did you think you were special? Did you think a man who cheats with you won't cheat on you? They are still together, as far as I know. Trapped in a relationship neither of them trust. Living with the knowledge that they destroyed a family to be together. Watching each other carefully, waiting for the next betrayal. As for me, I'm healing. 4 years later, I'm in therapy. I'm learning to trust again. I'm learning that what happened wasn't my fault. I don't hate them anymore. Hate requires energy I don't want to waste. They made their choices. They are living with the consequences. My parents disowned Adanna. She lost her family for a man who proved exactly who he was by cheating on his wife at their anniversary dinner. My parents apologized for raising Adanna the way they did. We spoiled her, my mother said. We always gave her whatever she wanted. We never taught her that some things don't belong to her. It's not your fault, Mama, I told her. She's an adult. She made her choices. But it still hurts. Not because I lost Chuka. I realized later that I fell out of love with him long before the divorce. It hurts because I lost my sister. The little girl I used to protect. The teenager I helped with homework. The young woman I wanted to see succeed. She traded our entire relationship for a man. And not even a good man. A man who proved exactly who he was by cheating on his wife. The lesson I learned is simple: blood doesn't guarantee loyalty. Family can betray you worse than strangers because they know exactly where to stop to make it hurt most. And people who build their happiness on someone else's pain will never truly be happy. They will always be looking over their shoulder, waiting for karma to catch up. In Adanna and Chuka's case, karma came fast. And it came wearing the same face they had worn when they betrayed me. Betrayal. If you have any story on request, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more African stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the notification button so you never miss a new story.